super proud of how our team went out today. Brought my daughter in with us today. It's Daddy-Daughter Day at the game. That was the theme. So I'm not the dad. My husband was definitely here wrangling these guys during the game. But we're about family, and our whole staff has a ton of kids combined. And one of the amazing just gifts that I get from this program is that my daughters, my kids, my two sons and Demi get to be around, and you do not even have to silence her. She is more than welcome. One of our favorites is back there, but get to be around these girls. Like, I truly would be blessed if my daughter could be anything like what we have on our team. So I think that's just what we're all about here. And one of the dreams and visions for this program is that it can be a family-friendly environment, and that, you know, on a Sunday afternoon you can bring your kids in here and have a great entertaining time and enjoy the volleyball, and your kids can have role models that they look up to and maybe do a clinic or get some autographs afterwards and things like that. So I think we had face painters here today. Show me your face paint. So I want Dallas to enjoy bringing their kids and their families out and enjoy the product that we're putting out, and more importantly feel like, hey, those are girls that I want my own children to look up to. So definitely feel that way. And I thought it was an awesome match. The second set was thrilling. We went into it saying that mentality was going to be a big separator, because us and Florida State are really close statistically in a lot of categories. So we thought, hey, mentality needs to be a separator for sure. We thought serving needed to be a separator, and that we wanted to win all the little balls. We wanted to cover and small ball and just pick things up off the floor. And I thought for the most part we did those three things that we thought were going to be important for the win.
I know 8 ACC matches, you played good matches, but did today feel a little full circle? Was at Florida State with a 3-0 win that the announcement was made? Now they come here, another 3-0 win.
Yeah, I mean, we when we got announced into ACC, the common question was like, what match are you looking forward to? Of course, all of them, but Florida State was the one we were looking forward to, because on the day that it was announced, we had got the chance to play them at their place, and then just felt like, man, that'll be fun to play them again, but now as a conference foe. And so it's definitely full circle, and they're extremely well coached. And man, they've got some physicality and some just real talent. So the respect that I have for that program and for Coach Poole, who's honestly like one of the legends, truly probably should be in the Hall of Fame if he's not already. And so just very exciting and really cool to get. It's no small deal. Our fans should not take for granted some of these wins that we've picked up. I know we're having a good season, but it is no small deal to beat Florida State. They're really, really good. I mean, the number 4 is ACC Player of the Year previously, and I think they won the ACC last year, maybe. Was it last year? So, I mean, and they return, and if not got stronger. Like, Taylor had such a great addition to that roster, so it's no small thing to beat them. They will be a tournament team, and they're good. I mean, I really think we've got 2 that are redshirting. They're not seniors, but we talk all the time about 14 strong, and at any time we need anybody to play. And so I don't know if that's kind of what you're getting at, but I trust all of them to come in and make an impact. But the impact that you can make, and this is something that people need to understand about maybe a way that we look at it, I don't know, differently than other people, or something that we at least teach our players when they show up in our program, is that your ability to give and be impactful on this team is not limited to being a player on the floor. Like, you can get so much out of being on this team, and you can give so much, and you're so important regardless of your role. Your roles might be different, but it's still extremely important and part of why we win. Like, Natalie Purdue is a great example this year. She was second team all-conference last year. She's very talented, and we've called on her this year to be a serving sub. We've called on her to be a blocking sub. She's probably the reason we won against Pitt. And then when you see her on the bench, she's leading all the cheers, and the choreography is amazing. And her gift to our program is not limited to what she can do in game. Like, and so all of our seniors, man, I just love them, and I will truly miss them. They're always welcome back. I had a former player here tonight, Alex Bannister, surprised me, and I gave her a huge hug, and I feel like that it's like my kid, feels like a kid of mine, and I hope to have that relationship with all of our girls and just send them off into the world, but you're always welcome back. So as we finish, man, just enjoy and relish every moment of it is the message. Relish every moment, because you're going to miss it one day. But you can ask this one about what we're saying to them.
You guys held off 5 set points from Florida State in that second set. What's the mentality when they're serving for the set and you're obviously playing really well?
I mean, it's just, you got to get that point. Definitely puts pressure on it, but I think they also made some crucial errors in those moments too that gave us room to kind of stay on our stuff and attack the game.
And on the other side of that, I mean, obviously you guys had some serves that could have given them points in there, and you guys didn't do that. Is that the veteran that you guys have been through this before? I mean, what keeps you guys from kind of making those types of mistakes?
We really buy into not trying to err in the red zone, which is like the last 5 points of the game, just buying into keeping it clean, keeping it, staying on our game. So I think that is something we've done all season, or tried to do, and I think we really executed it well today.
Agreed. I thought we executed the game plan pretty well.
Maya didn't necessarily have one of the best attacking performances tonight, but just what have you seen from her? She continues to dig well for you. She's still someone you go to at 10. Just what have you seen from her as this season has gone on?
Yeah, the mark of a great player, I think, is good players are good. They've got the skills, but great players make people around them better. And so Maya is someone that when she's having a bad game, you have to go look at the stats to figure that out, because she's not going to give it away on her face. She's not going to give it away with, hey, we're not going to touch that. She's not going to give it away with the way that she's given to her teammates. She's going to be engaged. And so it's really hard to pull her out, because also you don't necessarily have to set her. Like, if she's not being offensive, it's not, hey, let's go find someone else that can be offensive, because Maya's going to go block well. She's going to go pass and defend and serve. And, hey, I know it's fuzzy, but we're not going to touch it. And I thought Maya came up in set 2 with some amazing serves, right? And she did it against North Carolina, I want to say, too, in the red zone. Maya was just ice in her veins, clutch serving, and she did that in one of those sets, ice in her veins, clutch serving. So what's awesome about having multiple arms on this team is if someone's struggling offensively, that's not like an immediate, like, oh, get them out of there, right? Because, there's way more skill set. Like, you got to, there's so much that every player is doing. You're not just an offensive player. We can go feed the ball to someone else. So Maya she is like a glue type player. Her and Jan's really both.
Can you talk about Natalia? It seems like as soon as she checks in,
I know.
Do you guys, is it by design to instantly feed her? You're like, let's go to her?
No, I mean, sometimes, I sometimes help our setters with, hey, this is where we need to go. Regardless, Natalia or anybody, there's times where it's like, man, this is the matchup, or they're not seeing the numbers the way we are, so I might be like, hey, we really need to set this person, she's on fire, or something along those lines. But I just think Natalia is really easy to set because she hangs in the air. Her window is huge. So she's just easy to find, and she puts the ball away. And at times that you just need a different look. And so, no, I'm not telling him to set her, but I do think it's pretty hilarious and awesome that she's been able to just go in and just kill, and she finds them and really helps us. So again, back to that like 14 strong mentality. Like everybody, there is nobody on our bench that I don't trust or that can't at times contribute.
With the players you have, including one next to you, you got them for 1 year. What is it that you were able to see in them and then have seen in them that has had them make such an impact on Maya and Natalie and players like that?
I'll answer quickly, and I'd be curious what she says to this, but I really think people want to feel believed in. Like, I don't know, just they want to feel believed in, and so a lot of these girls have given their a huge part of their lives this far to this sport. So it's a sucky feeling to put that much work in and feel like no one thinks you can do it. Like, I mean, I'll never forget the day that when I was young, I'm 10 years old, and I accidentally heard my dad telling my mom, hey, she's a pretty good setter. And I was a setter. And I thought that was, I was 10. I'm not going to tell you guys how old I am now, but a long time ago, and I still remember that. It was very formational for me. So I just think that people want to rise to expectations, so we set high expectations. We tell them that we believe in them because we do. You're not here unless we believe in you, right? We recruited you. And they want to feel that love to go perform. When people are loved and supported and believed in, they can bloom like a flower. And when they don't feel that way, they're gonna cower in and like protect themselves. And so, immediately it's like, hey, you have an amazing arm. Let's go work on the serve, and let's go run all these different sets, and let's go do all this and whatever. So it's not all rainbows and butterflies. We're not like singing Kumbaya, but because trust me, we're on them. She can tell you, but they do need to be called up and, hey, you are good enough. You're great, and things like that. So labeling is disabling, and you can't put kids in a box, and these are athletes that can do a lot of good things. Are there any thoughts there?
I think you kind of said it. My serve's a perfect example of it. I mean, you guys really bought into it and put that belief behind me, and that helped me believe that I can do it. And so you did it, definitely.
You're not going to perform if you feel like your coach doesn't think you can do it.
Yeah.
So that, I hope one day my kids can play for coaches that have that philosophy.